Greetings, I am Lion.
And I am Scandal.
And let's date Phoenix together.
Yes.
Let's be really cold together.
Be quickly. We're gonna team Jacob it up.
I'm guessing that that's 100% what this is.
Yep.
But I'm like, all right, a few hours. It's Lady's Garden. A few hours later. A few hours later, I opened my eyes, seeing that the fire has shrunk. It looks like it not only shrank, but went out.
It is gone.
You know what? We shouldn't ask him to cuddle. We should ask him to just put the fire back on, because you know what? That's instantaneous for him. Or if we've ever been camping and we know how to stoke a fire, we could do it.
You could.
I sit up, shivering and hugging myself to try and get warm.
Are you not under your sleeping bag? I'm like, sleeping bags are warm.
I say it depends on your type of sleeping bag. If it's one of those cheap, thin, sort of silky ones, like nylon ones, they're not as they warm. They're rated for different temperatures.
I have always had really intense ones, so I never feel
I have had cheap-ass, bad sleeping bags, and I have frozen my ass off. I am the type of person that couldn't afford thermal socks when I was a kid, so we put plastic bags between the layers, like grocery bags, between the layers of our socks to keep our warm in our bad shoes and bad socks. Okay?
Yeah, that was not me.
Yeah, so I was poor, okay?
I was not. I will say that. However, I did actually have a vague experience of that, just in regards to when I went to Arizona for about a month.
About a month.
I was like, a year? Whoa, brain.
No,
it's
not a year.
Not a year. Wow, that would have been amazing. But one of the big things is that we had basically military sleeping bags
my
and
friends
covers,
went to an activity in Arizona that was basically walkabout.
Yes.
Where they just went outside and they walked across Arizona, basically hiker camper style, but also survivalist style, for a month.
Yep.
And it was this kind of re-getting in touch with yourself, getting to nature kind of thing, when they were a teenager.
Though it was interesting because I chose to go because I actually really wanted to, and the biggest majority of individuals who had ever gone there, like my two older brothers actually went there, and then other people usually went there because they were dealing with addictions, or they were dealing with
It was mostly for problematic teens, troubled teens.
Which is really funny because also at the same time too, I thought it was kind of neat that they talked about that the adults actually were also participating in another version of the program, off the trail, what they called it, where the adults actually, the parents had to talk to therapists, and they were talking to the people who were in charge of the program.
So there was a parallel of both sides of it, yeah.
So while the kids were out walking, the adults though were about basically having a sort of connective experience of their own.
Doing the work.
And mine was basically I wanted to go because I just was I had heard from both my brothers had really kind of enjoyed it, and I was like, you know what, I really wanted to go to it. And I was lucky because goddamn, that program, when I found out later, was really expensive to actually do. It was $18,000 to $20,000 plus for me to go for a month.
Yep, which is something I never would have been able to do. Walking was free when I was a kid and unsupported.
Right?
But yeah, all right. And then people yell at you when you get home after dark going, "Why? You're a girl walking in the dark in the middle of nowhere. You can't do that." And I go, sorry. That was me.
I'm gonna go back out.
I will take a dog next time. Okay, take a dog. And I took a big ass dog with me, and it was fine. She wasn't actually that big. She was a Chow Shepherd, and she was marvelous. And God, we had a great time.
Chows are intense though. Mine.
I was like, yeah, see, and her Chow Shepherd balance, Wicket was her name after the Ewok, and she was a really good dog. She was not aggressive, she was not super possessive, but she was also a really functional guard dog without being overbearing. She would meet anyone and really let them pet her and be friendly. But if they made a move towards her family, an aggressive move, she'd be like, no. The answer is no. But yeah, so she was great to walk with. All right, shivering and hugging myself in a bad, cheap sleeping bag, trying to keep warm.
Wow.
The sound causes Phoenix to stir from his sleep.
We keep changing tenses a little bit.
Is that sound waking you up, guys? Because that's me rubbing my arms. Honestly, why not the fire? I don't know, it's fine. He sits up too, frowning worriedly at me. Small, what's wrong? The fire's mostly out, and it was the only thing keeping me warm. Do you think you could just light it again and we'll just go back to sleep? Also, this looks like pre-dawn, so we don't have a lot longer to sleep if I can't sleep in the light. And yeah, fire. I'm gonna put my toes by the fire and crawl in my bag.
I will feel small because, man, sometimes I'm so tired. What's happened?
Light.
I'm not tired enough where the light won't wake me up. Then I'm shoot myself in the foot. Damn it. I will never go back to sleep.
I have seen a peep of sunlight. I am awake! My poor friend. And I'm I can sleep through and around anything. And sometimes my friend just stares at me going, why?
I'm so tired.
So jealous.
No.
Alright, what's wrong? Sorry, Phoenix. I just didn't mean to wake you. I'm just really cold. Is that all? Sets the sleeping bag on fire. I gotcha!
You'll be fine.
No, Dragon Slayers can handle fire. What?
Since when?
Didn't I tell you in the court that you have all the powers that the dragons have, or at least the ability to, be as strong as us? What? They were serious? Yeah, burns everything to a crisp. You are toasty and warm. Then you are basically like Daenerys walking out of the fire, black and burnt and feeling amazing. I am naked and embarrassed, but amazed. So I'll give you a pass this one time.
The white girl. No.
Oh, God. Zao. He shifts in his sleeping bag, beckoning to me. Hey, come over here. You could just relight the fire.
Fire.
Also, you're huge. I can't fit in your sleeping bag. Based on the fact that you got each of us an identical sleeping bag because you didn't tell me we were camping and you planned all of this yourself, I can't fit in there with you.
My dude. My homie.
Actually.
My bro.
You know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to take them both, and we're going to have to zip them together. Have you ever done that with a sleeping bag?
Oh,
you take the two
yes.
zippers, you line them up and hook them in the middle, and you zip it around to a double sleeping bag.
Yeah, no,
and there's
I've
an
seen it.
annoying zipper in the middle, but it works. I thought you kind of sandwich it up, and there's
I
a
think
zipper
I've
on each
only
side.
done it like once though.
Okay.
I remember, yeah, like it was definitely a thing where I was like, wow, that's amazing. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
But also like so when I was in Arizona, what we had was buttons on our sleeping bags, so you could actually also button them together.
Oh, that's kind of
So
fun.
I didn't do so the zipper experience I've had once, but I've also done the button thing several times.
See, I
too.
haven't even seen a button one that I remember. I'm like, whoa. All right.
Oh, like I said, old style
Beckoning to
military.
me. Come on over here. I won't offer to burn anything.
Get over here.
I'll just be warm. Turns into, the reverse. Turns into another iteration of Sub-Zero / Scorpion, and just the fiery version. Get over here.
Well, he's definitely not Smoke.
Nope.
Was there ever a fire version?
No, there was Reptile, and
Yeah.
there was Smoke, and there was Scorpion, and there was Sub-Zero.
And there was the purple dude.
Oh.
What was the purple guy?
I don't know. I never
Oh
played
no,
that
he
late
was
in
he
the
was
game.
the Smoke. He was Smoke.
Yeah, he was. I thought that was Smoke.
Yeah, no,
Anyway,
my brain
but
is
they never
fried now.
had fire. They had
Yeah.
basically Scorpion, who wasn't an element. And then they had Ice, and then they had
Because he was a scorpion.
and then they had Reptile, which of course
Honestly,
wasn't an element
that
as well.
game was so wild for the time because they were like, let's use mocap. Like, because that's really what it is. If you ever look
They
at the
did.
old Mortal Kombat stuff, those are real people.
Yeah.
Who dressed up in cosplay, basically, which was just costume at the time when they were originally doing it.
And they
because were
filmed it and stuck it in there. It
and they
was
did
great.
all the animations themselves with their own bodies. Like, I'm
Yep.
like, that's so cool when you think about it.
It looks wild. Anyway, so the original Mortal Kombat was great. It was a trip. Okay. Beckoning to me. Get in here, Small. I'll keep you warm. But the fire. And there it is.
I knew it.
Battle with Phoenix. Move closer to the fire. The fire is almost out, and visually it is out.
And you won't let us relight it, so
You know
battle
what?
with Phoenix?
Since we're not allowed to do that, I kind of want, like, I know he's still, like, pushing into our boundaries and stuff physically, but he's being softer about it, so the story's progressing to have it have a different tone, and I
still feel like it's not
I
there.
feel like if Small didn't think about the fire at all, and the fact that he can literally set fires, and that she's tired and sleepy, the only thing she would go is, okay, I'll go get in your bed because I'm cold and tired.
Right.
Like, that seems like a reasonable character choice for me, regardless of whether or not I'm interested in it, because also I don't see her being like I'm just really cold, suddenly doing the aggressive turn downs that she always does, because she
Right.
won't just move close to the fire. She will yell, no way, I'm gonna get closer to the fire, because that's what she's done every time.
Right.
So I'm gonna try.
Particularly with Phoenix, because, okay, so it's again one of the things that I've been bothered by in relation to Small interacting with Phoenix is it really is, like I said, there
Really
seems to be
aggressive.
a really weird written bias to me. And I call it weird written bias because there's a level of going, you're supposed to, in the context of this game, date them. And it's going like, okay, it sounds like Small hate this person, so why would we be dating them at all?
Right.
Why would Small ever, like, entertain Phoenix in the slightest?
Right.
We've already established Small doesn't like them, so we should be given the option to say no. It was actually the biggest issue, like, that we had in relation to playing Yowie Beast Boys.
Yeah.
Clearly, Jackson doesn't like Alex, to me.
Yes.
The way I read that is Jackson, in character for Jackson's character, he does not like Alex. What happens, though, every time if you ever, like, do something with Alex or basically give in to Alex, or I say with huge air quotes,
For research purposes.
for research
wait,
purposes, he always finds some way then to be like, oh, but maybe, oh no,
I don't
gasp,
like it, but
tragedy.
it feels good, you know?
Right? And I'm
But
like,
I
I
hate
don't-
this. Anyway, I think in the narrative of this story, I think she would cuddle with Phoenix.
All right, let's just do it.
Because I really think that, you're frozen, you're uncomfortable, you want this solved as quickly as possible, and you're really tired. So, and if she hasn't mentioned the fire again or thought of it at all, and the fact that he can literally just create fire, it means she's really not thinking clearly.
Yeah.
So, based on that narrative, I'm going to choose the cuddle with Phoenix. And we're going to see what happens. You Want me to get in your sleeping bag with you? Hey, you can't get any warmer than snuggling up to a fire dragon, Prince, right?
I'm very warm.
How warm do you want to be? Should I set the whole forest on fire? I don't want you to be cold at all, Small. I will fix it. You know what? I will just set the world on fire. You don't get it hot enough to turn the air into plasma, then you definitely won't be cold. The whole area will change. Global warming, I'll do it for you.
Dylan, no.
I'm not that cold. Actually, I'm not that cold. So
Oh my God.
tone it down.
Dude,
Oh.
God, chill.
All right, well then just come on in here. Come on. I won't bite. I was going over there until you said that, and now I am hesitating. Not unless you want me to.
I was expecting that.
I was expecting it too.
As
just
much
like-
as I find it to be funny, sometimes I have to admit, considering how
It's a
much
little
I've seen
tried.
it.
A little tried.
Because it doesn't always feel very earned. It feels very easy.
Yeah, and that sort of thing is, if you use that when it's a clever moment to do so, like when the placement's really damn good and people just go, oh my God, then it's so good.
And you're like, yes!
You're like, yes, but if you just use it like everywhere where it's, trust me, I won't bite, sexual implications, I won't bite, blah, blah, blah.
Unless you want me
It's
to.
just not powerful. Like, I don't know, I really like people who use puns or who use like really tried and tropey stuff in really clever places. And it's like sort of a cheap usage.
Yes.
Like for both of us. Fine, but only because I'm freezing. Why are we specifying again that we don't want to do this?
Like I said, I don't believe that
Like she's
Like,
supposed to be uncomfortable with this the entire time. There is
she's
no
way
way
more fine with Dylan, and she's way
actually
more
get hurt
fine
by
with
this.
Rye.
Mhm.
She pretty much mostly seems to dislike
Like her
Phoenix.
canon is she doesn't want this relationship. And honestly, if they were right in that canon clearly, in my opinion, when they said, you could date all of us. Yeah. She should have said, you know what? Phoenix, you're really not my type. And since I'm supposed to choose between all three of you, I don't want to date you. I would like to date them and see where I end up.
Right?
So I have already realized that no matter what, even though I think you're attractive, I don't ever like being close to you. I'm never comfortable in your space. I don't ever want you touching me. And since I have like 3 days to decide this thing, or maybe a week.
Right.
Maybe they say like less than a week kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, then...
You have until the end of the month, I think.
But
is what
they said
said
the end of the month is really soon.
yes,
then.
but I don't. Yeah, they didn't give us like I think a definitive.
Anyway,
like-
it's pretty soon.
Yeah.
And going, if I already know that of the three of them, which I have to choose one of them, I don't like Phoenix, you should narrow it down.
Right.
You should do a bachelorette, give him a rose, and be like, I'm done.
right?
You know, I just...
Yeah.
All right. Only because I'm freezing. I make my way over, getting in next to Phoenix. His sleeping bag is huge. Ow, your buttons are pokey, your belt buckles are pokey. These clothes are not good sleeping clothes.
Sir,
Dude,
sir.
there's very little room in the sleeping bag, which was made for one. Yes, we know this.
We know, honey.
It's fine. It's okay. You will not be subject to a boner digging into because the belts protect it. His cod belts will protect it.
We're assuming no anatomy again here, so.
It's true. I am assuming. At any rate, you're just gonna have belt buckles digging into your back. You're fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Ow.
Ow.
I've actually like slept on belt buckle and
Ow.
ow.
Ow. It's like
Ow. And I'm talking about
Cloud.
my own. Thank you.
It's like Cloud in the new Final Fantasy sleeping on his shoulder
Oh,
guard
God,
with
yeah,
a
yeah.
giant bolt sticking out of
Uh-huh.
it. Like it's so bad.
Uh-huh.
I have no choice but to press my back up against Phoenix's chest. Okay, but there's room for the rest of you not to press up against him? He's got a huge barrel chested.
Boom! He's
Damn.
actually Julian.
Wow. I don't even think Julian's really that much.
No,
More like he's
Julian's all
Gaston
shoulder,
or
though.
something. No, but we're talking about. Are we
Oh,
we're talking about width, depth
width.
of chest.
Depth.
He's a greyhound.
Oh, yeah, he can see well.
I'm just like, no, that's a sighthound.
Yeah, a lot of greyhounds though are like sighthounds.
Are
They're from
greyhounds
the-
a form of sighthound?
I think
thought
they
they were
are.
a fleet hound. I thought they were a speed hound.
Well, I mean,
Anyway, it's okay.
I might be wrong. I thought they were basically like from around
Immediately.
that experience though.
He wraps his arms around my waist from behind, pulling me to
My friend,
him.
dyslexia, from
Behind. From being the center
From
of all.
existing.
From existence. He wraps his arms around me. It's very zen.
The prophecy has been fulfilled.
Yes, pulling me into him. He's like, here, rib cages are the warmest. Get inside of me.
It's true, actually.
Gently cracks himself open into like a dragon inferno, tucks you into his chest. It is toasty and warm
You
in
go.
there. Okay.
Oh, I guess we're saving Luke now.
Well,
Zoom.
there it is. You are now the Tauntaun, and I am
Yay!
gonna die of frost. Whoa! But
Aye.
You can
How is
survive
it
this.
that cold? It looks all
Is it
so
that
warm
cold?
and pleasant. That's why I'm like, what's going
Yeah,
on?
the thing is sometimes it can look like that and be biting cold. Some days you look outside and you go, wow, that looks amazing. You open the door and you go, I'm gonna die.
It's true. That's
So
really
it's
true.
not always telling visually. Let's see. Why does he look so grumpy about wrapping himself around me? Like he looks sort of like
I mean,
distant
he's
grumpy.
blushing, so I don't know.
But he's got like the tipped grumpy face,
Uh-huh,
like the
going,
mouth. I'm displeased. Whoa. I didn't expect him, who's been touchy-feely the entire time,
To be
cuddle onto me.
touchy-feely.
And I also didn't expect getting warm next to someone. They would actually like hold on to me to warm me. I've never read Twilight, etc. It's fine.
It's okay.
Even though I am an independent writer on an independent writer net where people write romance and I write romance, I never expected him to touch me in his sleeping bag built for one. Wah!
Well, this sounds a lot like some of the stories that I've written. Wait.
Phoenix rests his chin on my shoulder. Oh, wow, we're not even going to really get belt buckles because of our height. We're basically going to have like belt buckles on the back of our thighs, maybe?
Right?
Says he's got his chin down on my
our shoulder? Boink.
Yeah, that one. It's okay.
I'm also like, you're laying down, so does that mean, so you're on your side, he's boinked his head over alongside yours, so your face is getting crushed. Like your head is getting crushed by his.
Maybe. It depends on how your shoulders are and stuff. Like, there's a couple of ways to do it.
That's
where
true.
he could be like beside you on his shoulder, leaning down onto yours.
Yeah, but to
When
make
you could
enough
be flat.
room for two
But like,
people?
if you're on your side
And
you got
he's
one
on
shoulder,
his side. That's what I'm like, he's like this.
then he's scooted
You can clearly
way
see us
down,
doing this gesture.
right?
Boink.
And his head, yeah, his ear is leaning against, like his
No,
nose is
like
against
this.
your ear, or his cranium is
Right?
against your ear, yeah, that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Sighing in my ear. Okay, his hot breath makes my hair ripple.
Ooh.
We
you
haven't-
smell like
You know what?
peppers.
You smell like, actually, like,
Sulfur.
oh God, a
I'm gonna
toasty
pass
campfire. No, unfortunately, you just smell like burning grass and pine and a wood fire. God damn it, why? You smell great.
You smell like nostalgia.
God damn it, why?
Why?
But also going, why didn't I comment on how warm it was when he opened his sleeping bag? This wave of warm air.
Oh, does
out
that
of
be
it,
impressive?
and you just like walk over there and you can feel it, like when you open the door to a house and the heat, you know, woofs out on you on a
Right?
winter day
You're like,
kind of thing.
ooh.
And you're like, ooh, all right, making my hair ripple. Ah, now, isn't that better? Yeah, thanks. I hear Phoenix chuckle, the sound reverberating from his body to mine.
Okay, so I have been next to people, even when they have deep voices. This doesn't fucking happen. I gotta tell ya, unrealistic expectation. I was destroyed with the no, I'm kidding.
A chuckle does not reverberate through your own body,
Uh-huh.
let alone someone else's, unless it's like a deep-hearted, throaty, booming laugh. And then it's still like, it's not necessarily reverberating through you so much as reverberating.
Uh-huh.
It's just going through you.
Yeah, and
Not-
you're like, not reverb.
Not reverb. We're not having the reverb. It's
yeah, no,
fine.
I've always had a problem though with that where I'm just like, I don't
Unreasonable
understand.
expectations. A kiss gently along their neck. Dark bruises appear. It's like, what?
God, that was so funny.
People
We
do
at
not
one point
know
need
how
to
this
read
works.
like romance trope or romance lines because
Oh
they're
my
the fucking best. They're
God.
terrible.
Without wanting to make fun of anyone's fiction, we really have wanted to make fun of the things used in some people's fictions.
Yes.
Like, who is it? Like Jenny Nicholson?
Oh, yeah.
Who reads published fanfic.
Yes.
And she's really, like, in the ones that I've seen, she doesn't shit on the writer, but she really does just the writing. You get staring at the office, camera, like office staff in her face all the time.
She's
Like her just going,
oh,
and
this
she will read it word for word, typos and all.
Uh-huh.
Like the death by typos.
It's great.
It's pretty good. All right. There's nothing between us. He's incinerated our clothes. Wait, why is there nothing between us? I can feel every breath, every movement of his. Him is fine. This is good. I'm all
I
used
can
to
go
this.
to sleep now.
Usually I sleep in a giant pile, so this is way better.
It's like I've actually been having really shitty, stressful sleep sometimes because
there's nobody to hold on
no
to.
one
Nothing to hold on
touch.
to.
Ah!
I'm used to so much more contact, and I keep flailing around. The pillows just don't really do it. Called into bed with your grandpa several times, just going, I need a living teddy bear so bad. I'm gonna die.
Be my teddy bear.
Grandpa, oh God, fine, I'll scoot over. I've had kids. It's fine.
It's fine.
All right. His every movement. I hope you let me be the one to always keep you warm, small. Sigh. I hope you'll choose me when the time comes. I know you hope that, because that's what all of you hope. But applying the pressure doesn't make this easier. It doesn't. not because I love winning. You know I do. Like, I
Totally.
really love winning.
That's
God,
great.
winning is amazing. And even though it's not because I love winning, I will fucking rub it in their faces. It will be awesome. Just so you know. And you will help me and we'll have a great time. We'll throw a giant party of we're better than you. It'll be great. You will love it. And then we'll conquer their kingdoms and unify the dragons all under fire rule. Because then the Fire Nation will attack. I'll tell you it will.
Phoenix, chill.
Small, I thought we were going back to sleep.
Bed.
Weren't we going to
Why are you having this
sleep?
peach? Him
I-
constantly prone to be like, yes! Oh,
Us, can I just go to
to
sleep?
bed.
Right, even though I do. But because I'm pretty sure I love,
Hamburgers.
I love...
My harem.
I love food. I love my harem. I love my privilege. I love
Money.
really just, this is cuddling.
Sparkling.
I love cuddling. It's so good.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I've missed out cuddling.
Phoenix? He just falls asleep. That's kind of cute.
That'd be
Honestly,
He's like,
that's
I'm wide
cute.
awake, I am.
I'm gonna scream my head off and then pass out again. It's like one of those people wakes up in the middle of the night, sits bolt upright, eyes wide open. The British are coming! Hide the tacos! And they fall back asleep and they're gone. And you're just like, what? Your sleep life is so much more interesting than my real life. And you're just like, well,
Your
that was a
dreamy
thing.
life is filled with spectacular sparkles.
Or they just do that. They just sit there waiting for an answer, and you're like, we hid the tacos. Oh, okay. And then they go back to sleep. It's okay.
I've seen it. It's
But
great.
they're waiting for that answer. Anyway, Phoenix? Yes! Phoenix. I want to reach over and pat his face next to mine, but I don't actually want to wake him up either. Oh God, I am gonna wake him up.
Why?
I woke him up.
Rude.
Right. He was super comfy.
Well, fine. In the next one, we're gonna wake up Phoenix.
All right.
Oh my
then.
God! Well,
Just-
thank you for
oh my
joining us,
God.
guys. We appreciate it. We love hearing from you, though. So please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share our videos with people that you think might enjoy them. And if you like what we do, please feel free to also go down into the description and check out our Ko-fi and our Patreon.
Yep.
And I have been Scandal.
Yeah, and it really does help our channel grow and help us sustain doing this what we do. If you if we can increase our subscriber count and if we can get past the algorithm, which we're trying so hard
We're
to do.
trying so hard.
So hard. It's hard.
So hard.
And I have been Liz.
And it was great playing with you.
Bye.